Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the benefits of seaweed powder, and we're going to make a seaweed and aloe face mask, and it's going to be really detoxifying for your skin. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about the benefits of seaweed. Now, seaweed is an amazing superfood, okay, and it's fantastic for the skin. The great thing about seaweed is it's very detoxifying on the skin. It draws out impurities. It's highly enriched. It's enriched with vitamins and minerals that are fantastic for the skin. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a seaweed and aloe face mask. So today I'm going to be doing the face mask, but come back to me in another video where I'm going to be actually doing a hair mask, which again is fantastic for the hair. But today we're going to be doing the face mask. So stay tuned and I'll tell you exactly what you need to get. So for my seaweed and aloe detox face mask, you're going to need to go out and get yourself some seaweed powder. Now this one here is from Aloe, okay, and this one is a very nice, very pure kelp powder, okay, and you can get that on Amazon. The next thing you need to go out and get yourself is some aloe vera gel. Now this is 100% gel, and I actually got this one in Walmart. Go on out and get yourself some honey. Any old honey will do, okay? Or if you have the raw honey or the manuka honey, that's also great, that's even better. Go out and get yourself some peppermint oil. If you like, you can use the besan flour. Now I've actually talked about the besan flour in another video, and I use besan flour. Now I like to use besan flour for the base of my mask because I have a drier skin. But if you have an oilier skin and you really want to, suck the impurities out of your skin, I would suggest that you get Aztec healing clay. That is absolutely amazing. You put it on your skin and you can actually feel the clay sucking the impurities out of your skin. So you have a choice. You can use the besan flour if you have a drier skin, but if you have an oilier skin or problem skin, skin that has acne or anything like that, or blackheads or whiteheads, I would suggest you go with the Aztec healing clay. And get yourself some nice warm water. I have it in a gravy boat. It just seemed like a good idea. And we'll just pop that into the mixture just to make a nice smooth creamy consistency, and the warm water works as an infusion for the actual seaweed powder, and it helps to release all the beautiful nutrients in the seaweed powder. So let's get started. So go grab yourself a clean bowl. You're going to need 1 tablespoon of your seaweed powder, okay, so pop that in. And then you're going to need 2 tablespoons of your besan flour. We're going to put in 1 tablespoon of our aloe vera gel, one tablespoon of honey, and then you're going to get your warm water and you're going to pour it into your mixture until you get it to a creamy consistency, and then we're going to stir it up. So just keep stirring up the mixture until you get a nice creamy consistency. Now I'm going to keep doing this until I get the consistency I want, and then I will show you. And if you want, you can pop in 1 to 2 drops of the peppermint oil. But if you have a very, very sensitive skin that reddens very easily, you can always leave out this step. So I've been stirring this for about a minute, and it looks kind of like guacamole. If you can see that, guys, okay, so that's the consistency, guys, that you want, okay, can you see that? Okay, so now what you need to do, guys, is to put on a hairband like I have here, okay? We always keep a face mask away from the hair and away from your eyebrows, and then pop your hair back. So when you have your hair back in a pony and you have all of the hair away from the face, then we're going to start to apply the mask. Now, if you go on out and get yourself, like if you're in your makeup box, you'll probably have like some type of foundation brush you can use, or you can use your hand and just place it on, or you could use one of those makeup pads and just dip it in and then pat it on. I actually like to use a makeup brush. So we're going to put the mask on, we're going to avoid the hairline, we're going to avoid the eyes, and we're going to avoid the eyebrows, okay? And we'll even put a little bit down our neck. So I'm going to speed this up and I'll come back and talk to you about the benefits of seaweed. So guys, as you can see, I have the face mask, spread evenly over my face. As you can see, as evenly as I could get it. So what you have to do now is you have to wait around 30 minutes for the actual mask to set on your face, and it may actually go a little bit hard on your face as well. So what's so great about seaweed, you're probably asking yourself? Well, the thing about seaweed is it's one of those superfoods that it's fantastic in your diet for your health, and it's also great put on the skin topically and on your scalp for your hair, and it's even supposed to reduce toxins that cause cellulite, so you can actually use it on like for cellulite wraps on the thighs and things like that, if you can believe all that. But I actually just like to put it on my skin and on my hair, as well as being a powerful detoxifier for the skin that draws out the toxins and the impurities in the skin. It also adds a lot into the skin as well. Seaweed is packed full of fatty acids, and fatty acids add moisture to the skin. It's also full of vitamins, vitamin A, B1, B2, C, D, and vitamin E as well. It also has iodine in it, which is very interesting. Iodine actually is fantastic for normalizing the oil production on the skin. So if your skin's too oily, it'll become more normal, and if your skin's too dry, it will produce more oil, so that's fantastic. The other great thing about this is it actually has niacin in it. Now, niacin has a whitening property to it, so it's going to help fade your hyperpigmentation, which I'm all about because I suffer from hyperpigmentation. It has choline in it to soothe, potassium and calcium as well in it. It's also a very good source of iron. What iron does when you put it on the skin, it helps with the blood circulation in the skin cells. So that is actually also very, very beneficial to the skin. So this particular mask that I have today has a very, very soothing and cooling effect. I have put in the aloe vera, which soothes and cools, and the peppermint oil as well, which stimulates the blood flow in the skin and also soothes and cools. And right now I can feel a lovely cool feeling on my skin. So if you have problems with rosacea, or it's summertime and you have sunburn or anything like that, this would be very, very cooling. So I'll be back in 30 minutes and we'll take it off and we'll have a little chat. So I'll see you in 30 minutes. Hi guys, so it's been 30 minutes and as you can see, this has all hardened on my skin. But if you find after 30 minutes it hasn't hardened, just give it another 10 minutes or so until it actually completely dries on the skin, okay? Now it's important to let it dry completely because you're allowing it to actually draw the impurities out of the skin. So the next thing we have to do, guys, is we have to take it off. Now I find the best way to take off a face mask is to use a toweling cloth. Now I got 8 of these toweling cloths. See all of these different colors that I got? I got these from Walmart. I think it was only under $4 at Walmart for like 8 little face cloths, and they're actually very handy to take face masks off, and they're very good because the actual toweling material is actually quite exfoliating on the skin. So go on now, and it's easier for you to just go into the bathroom and wash it off, but I'm going to try and wash mine off here. So I just happen to have some water in front of me. Okay, and then you just wipe off your face mask. So I'm going to get rid of all this face mask and then I'll come back and we'll have another little chat. So guys, I just washed off all the face mask and I have to tell you guys, my skin feels absolutely gorgeous. It feels lovely. There is a slight bit of dryness. There's always a tiny little bit of dryness with a face mask. Now I use the besan flour because I have a dry skin, so it's not as drying. If you use the Aztec clay, it's going to be a little bit drier on the skin, and that can be a good thing if you have too much oil on the face. So what I like to do, guys, is I like to follow it up with my Thayers Rose Petal Witch Hazel with Aloe Vera. So I always do that after a mask. So I like to put a little bit of that on my face. And then you can just follow up with any type of moisturizer. I like to use, of course, my coconut oil. So I like to pop on this lovely rose petal and aloe vera, and that's lovely on the skin, and that really refreshes the skin and, you know, brings that little bit of hydration back into the skin, especially for you dry skinned ladies. I would suggest that you do a face mask with the clay about once a week for an oilier skin, but if you have a dry skin, I would only do a face mask around twice a month. Okay, so every 2 weeks is enough for someone with dry skin if you're going to use a clay or a besan flour. If you want to use sheet masks or anything like that, you can use them every other night. So this is the first video I'm doing about seaweed. I'm going to actually do another video, so wait for a few days for that and I'll have that ready for you. And it's basically a hair mask. Now seaweed is fantastic for thickening the hair, and it's fantastic for hair shine, normalizing the oil production on the scalp, and it's great for dandruff as well. And if you have like problems with your hairs shedding too much or anything like that, seaweed is amazing for that. So I'm going to show you a fantastic hair mask that's going to moisturize your hair, and it's going to just be so fantastic for your scalp. So that's coming in a few days. So guys, it was no accident that I picked a green product because, as you know guys, I'm Irish, and it's what's coming up. We're in March now, so next week we have St. Patrick's Day. So I just want to say goodbye to all of my Irish fans out there, and I'm going to try and say it in Irish to you guys. So, is Misha Thalma, is Ernach me, La Fela Padrick, Sonachiev McCarcha. Okay, thank you so much guys for tuning in. Come back for the next seaweed hair mask that I'm going to be doing in the next few days. Have a great St. Patrick's Day, and thank you guys for subscribing, like, and all of that jazz. Slán lad. Slán.